Americans consume over 900 million rotisserie chickens annually. That's nearly 3 chickens per person every year, making it a $2.5 billion industry built on our craving for convenient comfort food. Today we're exposing the rotisserie disasters hiding behind those heat lamps and revealing the golden birds actually worth your money. Because life's too short for rubbery chicken that tastes like salt water. Subscribe and let's get into the rotating world of rotisserie chicken. Walmart's freshness. Guaranteed rotisserie chicken represents everything wrong with corporate food production disguised as value. At 4,700 plus locations nationwide, they're selling more bad chicken to more people than anyone else. And the results are spectacularly terrible. The sodium content alone should be criminal. We're talking 500 to 600 milligrams per 3-ounce serving, which is 25% of your daily limit in a single piece of chicken. They're not seasoning this bird, they're embalming it. The injection solution contains water, sea salt, seasoning, carrageenan, spices, garlic powder, salt, dehydrated lemon peel, and citric acid. It reads like a chemistry experiment, not food. Customer reviews consistently describe the texture as slimy, gooey, or bone dry depending on which batch you're unlucky enough to encounter. Reddit users have created entire threads warning people to go somewhere else because the quality is so inconsistent. Some customers report finding giblets still inside fully cooked birds, while others get chicken, so overcooked it resembles jerky. The astringent dried herbs overpower any natural chicken flavor, creating what one reviewer called potpourri-flavored poultry. When your chicken tastes more like air freshener than food, that's not seasoning. That's systematic failure. Walmart is exploiting price-conscious families by selling them factory-farmed birds pumped full of chemicals and sodium. They're banking on the $5.97 price point to distract you from the fact that you're paying for water weight and artificial flavoring instead of actual chicken. Safeway's signature Cafe Rotisserie chicken proves that even regional chains with 700-plus locations can spectacularly fail at basic food safety. Their birds are consistently described as small relative to price, but size is the least of their problems when customers are reporting cooked feathers on wings and pink, bloody interiors. The texture issues are legendary among Safeway shoppers: gummy, soggy, or dry, depending on your luck of the draw. At around $6 to $7 per bird, you're paying premium prices for what amounts to Russian roulette with your dinner. The sodium content hits around 250 milligrams per serving, which is reasonable compared to other chains. But it doesn't matter when the chicken isn't properly cooked. Safety concerns dominate customer reviews, with multiple reports of undercooked meat that poses genuine health risks. When customers are explicitly recommending avoiding your rotisserie chicken program entirely, that's not a quality control issue. That's systematic negligence. The injection solution contains the usual suspects: sodium phosphate and carrageenan, designed to retain moisture and extend shelf life. What it actually creates is chicken, with an artificial texture that feels more like processed meat than roasted poultry. Safeway is exploiting their regional reputation to sell dangerous chicken that shouldn't pass basic food safety standards. They're betting that most customers won't return a $6 chicken, even when it's potentially hazardous to eat. Boston Market's rotisserie chicken represents one of the most spectacular corporate collapses in restaurant history. What was once a 450-plus location chain known for quality rotisserie chicken has become a zombie brand shambling toward extinction while serving increasingly terrible food. The company is literally dying in real time. Sold to Rohan Group in 2020, they've been run into the ground by new ownership that's accumulated over $12 million in unpaid vendor bills. U.S. Foods is suing for $11 million, while multiple class action lawsuits target the company for unpaid wages. Workers report going 8+ weeks without paychecks. The food quality has collapsed alongside the business. A September 2025 Better Business Bureau complaint described the chicken as dry, with chemical-tasting sweet potatoes and seemingly school lunch canned corn. Restaurant conditions are extremely dirty, with food left out with no cover that should be inspected by the health department. The sodium content hits 580 milligrams per serving, 25% of your daily limit for one piece of chicken. The ingredient list reveals up to 15% solution of water, seasoning with maltodextrin, carrageenan, and sugar. You're paying for chicken that's been pumped full of chemicals and water. Boston Market is exploiting nostalgic brand recognition to sell food from a company that can't pay its bills or maintain basic sanitation standards. Former managers report stores buying rotisserie chickens from Walmart and Sam's Club, then reselling them as Boston Market chicken while lying about hormone-free claims. Costco's rotisserie chicken is the most controversial entry on this list because millions of customers absolutely love it. At $4.99 for a 3-pound bird, a price that hasn't changed since 2009, it's an undeniable value champion that Costco sells 106 million of annually. But popularity doesn't equal quality, and this chicken is a masterclass in how marketing and pricing can distract from serious problems. The ingredient list reads like a chemistry textbook: chicken, water, salt, sodium phosphate, hydrolyzed casein, modified cornstarch, sugar, dextrose, chicken broth, isolated soy protein, monoglycerides, and diglycerides. That's 11 ingredients for what should be seasoned chicken, including chemicals linked to heart disease and digestive inflammation. The sodium content is astronomical at 460 milligrams per 3-ounce serving, 20% of your daily maximum before you've even started eating sides. Consumer Reports specifically warned about this load of sodium that represents 1/5 of the maximum amount that adults should consume in a day. Multiple customers report a weird smell and dirty dishwater taste that suggests the chemical cocktail is overpowering any natural chicken flavor. The carrageenan causes digestive issues for sensitive individuals, while the sodium phosphate has been linked to cardiovascular problems. The ethical issues are equally troubling. A 2021 undercover video showed swollen, injured, and deformed chickens in crowded, darkened warehouses at Costco's Nebraska farm. Shareholders sued in 2022, alleging illegal neglect and abandonment of chickens bred so large they can't stand and slowly die from hunger, injury, and illness. Costco is exploiting customer loyalty and loss leader pricing to sell chemically enhanced chicken from factory farms with documented animal welfare violations. They're betting that $4.99 pricing will make you overlook the 11-ingredient chemical bath and ethical nightmare. BJ's Wholesale Club operates 200-plus locations across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, positioning their Purdue rotisserie chicken as the warehouse club alternative to Costco's chemical-laden option. At $4.98 to $5.99, it offers similar value with slightly better ingredient profiles and lower sodium content. The chicken consistently earns positive reviews from customers who compare it favorably to Costco's offering. With over 9,500 reviews that are overwhelmingly positive, BJ's has achieved something rare in the warehouse club space: customer satisfaction without resorting to extreme chemical enhancement. The sodium content ranges from 170 to 250 milligrams per serving, which is significantly lower than Costco's 460 milligrams sodium bomb. The birds are good-sized and provide multiple meals for families, delivering on the warehouse club promise of bulk value without sacrificing basic food quality. The Purdue sourcing provides some quality assurance, as the company maintains better standards than generic co-packers used by other warehouse clubs. The chickens come from large-scale farms with standard antibiotic protocols, but without the extreme factory farming conditions that plague other chains. What BJ's isn't doing is the chemical arms race that's destroyed chicken quality at competitors. While their birds still contain processed ingredients, they're not pumping them full of 11 different additives to create artificial flavors and textures. BJ's proves that warehouse club rotisserie chicken doesn't have to be a chemical experiment, and that customer satisfaction is possible without resorting to loss-leader pricing that compromises quality. Wegmans operates 110-plus locations across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic, building their reputation on quality ingredients and customer service that borders on cult-like devotion. Their rotisserie chicken reflects the company's commitment to doing things right, even when it costs more. Customer reviews consistently describe Wegmans chicken as perfect in every regard: tender, always well cooked, and large enough for a family of 4. The organic options feature free-range, vegetarian-fed birds with no antibiotics, justifying the $14.99 premium pricing through genuine quality improvements. The regular rotisserie chicken costs $9.99, which is significantly more than warehouse club options, but delivers superior taste and texture that customers notice immediately. The sodium content is reasonable at around 95 milligrams per serving for organic varieties, proving that proper seasoning doesn't require chemical enhancement. The rosemary variety showcases how herbs should be used to enhance natural chicken flavor rather than mask inferior meat quality. The seasoning is applied externally rather than injected, allowing customers to control sodium intake by removing skin if desired. What sets Wegmans apart is their refusal to compete on price alone. They understand that customers willing to pay more expect genuine quality improvements, not just premium packaging and marketing language. Wegmans proves that regional chains can maintain quality standards while scaling operations, and that some customers will pay more for chicken that actually tastes like chicken. Kroger's Simple Truth line represents a genuine commitment to cleaner ingredients across 2,400-plus stores nationwide. Their rotisserie chicken features an ingredient list so simple it's revolutionary: chicken, water, sea salt, that's it. No sodium phosphate, no carrageenan, no chemical cocktails. Just seasoned chicken the way it used to be made. The sodium content is remarkably low, at just 40 milligrams per 3-ounce serving. That's 11 times lower than Costco's sodium bomb, and proves that proper seasoning doesn't require chemical enhancement. The chickens are raised without antibiotics, 100% vegetarian-fed, and cage-free, addressing both health and ethical concerns. At $5 to $6 per bird, Simple Truth offers exceptional value for genuinely clean chicken. The taste is what chicken should taste like: natural poultry flavor enhanced by sea salt rather than masked by artificial additives. The texture is properly tender without the artificial moisture retention that creates slimy, processed mouthfeel. The antibiotic-free and cage-free standards address growing consumer concerns about factory farming practices. While not organic, these chickens are raised under significantly better conditions than conventional alternatives. What Kroger isn't doing is the usual clean label bait and switch, where natural becomes meaningless marketing speak. Simple Truth delivers on its promises with ingredient transparency that's rare in the rotisserie chicken category. Kroger proves that clean label chicken doesn't have to cost premium prices when companies prioritize ingredient quality over profit margin maximization. Whole Foods operates 500-plus locations with animal welfare standards that put other chains to shame. Their rotisserie chickens come from farms that provide free access to outdoors, shade, shelter, and sunlight, conditions that actually allow chickens to behave like chickens, rather than factory farm prisoners. The organic plain variety contains only chicken, salt, and organic black pepper. An ingredient list so clean it's almost shocking in today's processed food landscape. The sodium content is reasonable at 70 milligrams per serving for organic options, proving that quality chicken doesn't need chemical enhancement to taste good. Customer reviews consistently praise the flavor as tasting like it came from grandma's oven. Natural chicken flavor that's been enhanced rather than masked by seasoning. The Whole Foods Animal Welfare Rating System ensures Level 2 standards minimum, with many suppliers exceeding those requirements. The chickens are raised on vegetarian diets without antibiotics or added hormones, addressing health concerns while supporting more humane farming practices. The no-injection policy means seasoning is applied to skin only, allowing customers to reduce sodium by removing skin if desired. At $7.99 for conventional and $10.99 for organic, you're paying premium prices for premium standards. The quality justifies the cost for customers who prioritize animal welfare and ingredient transparency. What Whole Foods isn't doing is the usual premium positioning without premium delivery. They're actually providing the higher welfare standards and cleaner ingredients that justify their pricing. Whole Foods proves that ethical chicken production is possible at scale, and that some customers will pay more for food that aligns with their values. Sam's Club operates 600-plus locations with a rotisserie chicken that shocked food critics by dominating taste tests against premium competitors. In Delish's 2025 comprehensive ranking, Sam's Club beat Costco, Wegmans, Whole Foods, Stop & Shop, and Eataly, a stunning victory that nobody saw coming. The secret is in the seasoning approach. An earthy paprika-rubbed coating that creates crispy skin and juicy interior without resorting to chemical injection. The birds are extra large, often exceeding 3 pounds, providing multiple meals from a single $4.98 purchase that represents exceptional value. Customer reviews with over 32,000 ratings average 4.7 out of 5 stars, with comments like "Best rotisserie chicken around" and "I am a die-hard Costco fan," stunned to learn how much better Sam's Club chicken is. The consistency is remarkable for a warehouse club operation. The sodium content is high at 550 milligrams per serving, nearly 25% of daily limits, but the flavor profile justifies it for customers who prioritize taste over health concerns. The paprika and spice blend creates complex flavors that complement rather than mask the chicken. The size advantage is significant. These birds provide substantially more meat than competitors, making the per-serving cost extremely competitive, even at warehouse club pricing. The cooking technique produces even browning and proper texture throughout. What Sam's Club isn't doing is the chemical injection game that creates artificial textures. Their seasoning is applied externally, allowing the natural chicken flavor to shine through the spice blend. Sam's Club proves that warehouse clubs can deliver superior taste when they focus on seasoning technique rather than chemical enhancement. Heinen's operates primarily in Ohio and the Midwest, sourcing their rotisserie chickens from Gerber's Amish Farm, a partnership that represents everything right about ethical, quality-focused food production. These chickens are CARE-certified, free-roaming on pasture, and fed vegetarian, additive-free diets that create superior meat quality. Customer reviews consistently describe the taste as simply delicious, remarkably good, the kind of authentic chicken flavor that's been lost in industrial production. The presentation is restaurant quality, with wings tucked, legs tied, and even browning that suggests careful attention to cooking technique. The Amish farming practices emphasize natural methods without antibiotics, hormones, or the confined feeding operations that stress animals and degrade meat quality. The chickens actually live like chickens, roaming pastures, eating natural diets, and developing the muscle structure that creates superior texture and flavor. The sodium content is estimated to be low due to minimal seasoning that relies on the superior meat quality rather than chemical enhancement. The ingredient list is essentially chicken with salt-based seasoning. No injection solutions, no preservatives, no corporate chemistry experiments. At $8.99 to $9.99, you're paying premium prices for genuinely premium quality. The smaller scale production allows for quality control and attention to detail that's impossible in industrial operations. This is chicken as it was meant to be, carefully raised, properly cooked, and honestly priced. What Heinen's isn't doing is any of the industrial shortcuts that have destroyed chicken quality. No factory farming, no chemical injection, no cost cutting that prioritizes profit margins over food quality. Heinen's proves that exceptional rotisserie chicken is still possible when companies partner with producers who prioritize animal welfare and food quality over maximum profit extraction. The rotisserie chicken aisle is a battlefield between companies that respect poultry and companies that exploit your dinner. Your grocery budget is your weapon, and every bird you buy is a vote for the kind of food industry you want to support. Choose the companies doing chicken right, the ones using quality birds, honest seasoning, and ethical farming practices. Avoid the corporate chicken scammers selling you chemical-injected disappointment disguised as convenience. Your family deserves better than sodium-bombed factory-farm birds that taste like processed meat. Hit subscribe if you want more truth about what's really spinning behind those heat lamps. And drop a comment about the worst rotisserie chicken disaster you've ever encountered. Until next time.